Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today I am doing my intro with no makeup on because I don't want to spoil what we are doing today with my palette bingo. I'm so excited. I wanted to play with these two palettes from Ladybug Glow together. So we've got the Grunge Resolution and the Floresta Inverno palette, and I think they'll pair beautifully together. So we are going to pick 3 shades from each palette and create a look with it. So let's start with Grunge Resolution, and this is the color story. So I've got my number generator all ready, and we're gonna just go 1 through 10. And our first shade is gonna be, where's the roll button? What is that, 9? Number 9. We've got a shimmer, we've got Grim. Cute, okay. Let's grab the next shade. Okay, so rolling for the next shade, we got 3. Ooh, okay, we're getting shimmers. So we got this orange shade, which is Resolution. I hope we get some mattes. So here's our color story so far. Rolling again. We already got 9, so I'm gonna re-roll. 10, please be a matte. And we got our first matte. So we have Cloudy. That's a good shade for these colors so far. Oh, I love how soft these mattes are. They just feel so nice to the touch. All right, this is our color story from Grunge Resolution. Now we're gonna pick 3 shades from the Floresta Inverno palette. So, rolling 6. Another shimmer! Yay! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, just double checking. So we got this one. This is Allium. It's beautiful, but I'm nervous only having 1 matte. I need my next 2 to be mattes, or I don't know what I'm gonna do. Here's our color story so far. Come on, give me a matte. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got a matte. We got Inverno. I do it straight when my arm is straight, but when I bend it to show you guys, it's crooked. I'm not the best at swatches. And we'll get 1 more matte maybe. 10 is not a matte. Okay, we've got Frosty. Another beautiful shade, but not a matte. Oof, what do I do? All right, this is my color story. There we go. So here's my color story. We got 2 mattes and 4 shimmers. I'm gonna think about what I want to do and then we'll jump in. Alrighty guys, so I am just gonna quickly throw a blush in my brow bone just because it was either this or throwing a setting powder in my brow bone just to kind of prep the eyes a little bit. So this is from Game Beauty and it's in the shade Noir. This is from the Persona 5 collection and it's not really gonna change the look too much. Had I gotten one of the pastel purples, I would have used it, but we'll just use this blush on my face too, and that'll kind of help pull things together just so I have a good like transition shade. That's really all I wanted. Now we're gonna go into Cloudy, which is gonna be this shade from the Grunge Resolution palette, and I think I'm gonna do kind of a cut crease. So we're picking up Cloudy on this fluffy brush and we're just gonna put that on the inner part of that crease line. And I'm gonna pull it up a decent bit. I only have 2 mattes, so I wanna make them as noticeable as possible. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and pop that on the lower lash line, just on the inner part as well, just to about the halfway point. I think I will put a shimmer down here as well, but I'll just put it over top of where I want it. So for now, we're just getting those mattes placed. I don't know why this brush is like feeling pokey today. Now we're gonna go in with Inverno, which is the blue. That one is from the Floresta Inverno palette, and we're gonna put it on the other half of that crease line. And we'll get these 2 shades kind of blended together where they meet. And I do just want to soften up here a little bit, but I'm trying to be very careful doing it because I don't want to pull that shade up any higher to the brow bone. I'm going to go back in with the brush that I used for Cloudy and just get these blended together the way that I want them. Just a little bit of back and forth for those shades. And I think I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just going to go back in with that first fluffy brush that I used for that blush and just really soften where the two shades meet with the blush at the top here. And I'm also going to be bringing Inverno to the lower lash line. So I'm just going to, I might have to touch it up once the tape is off, but for now I'm just getting it placed. And I'll probably put a shimmer in between the two shades, so I'm not too worried about how it looks where they meet at that lower lash line. Now I guess we're gonna kind of cut the crease with a glitter primer. So I'm going in with my Unearthly Cosmetics, I think it's Glimmer Grasp. And we're gonna grab it on a flat brush, and I'm just going to bring that Glimmer Grasp all over the lid, trying not to pick up too much at a time because with this Glimmer Grasp you have to be pretty precise because if you accidentally put it somewhere it'll mess the mats up, I noticed. So I do prefer the NYX one. It has a little bit more grace with how you place it, but I think that looks pretty good. So I think we're first gonna go in with the Frosty from the Floresta Inverno palette, and then we'll go in, or no, we'll start with this one. This is Resolution from Grunge Resolution, and then we'll go in with this one, which is Allium from the Floresta Inverno, and then we'll go in with this one, which is Grime from the Grunge Resolution. And then we're going to save Frosty for like the inner corner and that sort of thing. Picking up Resolution, and we're just going to pop it on this inner edge, just about a third of the way because I'm putting 3 shimmers down. Then we're going to go into Allium, again just taking it about a third of the way. And lastly we're going into Grime. Now let's get the inner corner and everything ready for Frosty. So I'm picking up a little bit more Glimmer Grasp, and we're gonna pop that on the inner corner. And then I'm also gonna pop it onto the brow bone where that arches. And lastly, I'm just gonna throw that right in between those two shades on the lower lash line. Now picking up Frosty and just popping that on the inner corner, the brow bone, and a little bit more for in between those two shades. I definitely think I'm gonna add some gems and everything, but I believe this is gonna be it for at least the eyeshadows, which is what Palette Bingo is all about. So I think I'm gonna hop off, finish off the rest of the look, and then I'll come back and show you when it's complete. Alrighty guys, we are back with the completed look, and I definitely think I slayed this Palette Bingo for only being given 2 mattes and 4 shimmers. I think this came together absolutely beautifully, and I'm just so happy with how it turned out. I know I kind of cheated by putting a blush in the brow bone, but I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I love the look. I am so happy with how it turned out. I used all of the shades, and yeah, I'm really, really pleased. We're gonna go ahead and jump into what I used to finish everything off. So for my primer, I actually went in with this little sample that I got. This is the Smashbox Pore Vanishing Photo Finish Primer. It reminds me of my e.l.f. Sun Touchable primer, which I do really like. This one, yeah, it gives me that same kind of vibe, so I do enjoy it. I probably have 1, maybe 2 uses left. I'm gonna use it up as quickly as possible because I hate these samples. I hate these little packages. They're just so silly, but I wish it just came in like a tiny little guy like this, but it's fine. So I'm gonna try and use this up probably in my next couple work days here, but I do like it. Yeah, it reminds me of one of my favorite primers. So next up is the CoverGirl Blurring Skin Tint with SPF 30 in it. This one is in Fair Cool. I definitely don't think I'm going to repurchase this. It looks okay with this primer, and I believe I've tried it with my e.l.f. primer and don't mind it, but it's not my favorite that I've tried, so I don't think I'm going to repurchase this one once I get it used up. It's a great color match. It matches my skin tone really, really well. I don't know if this is the problem. It kind of looks dry, and I like setting my foundations, and I feel like once I set it, it just ends up looking cakey, and yeah, it's very drying in my opinion, so I don't think it's meant for my skin type. I did also go in with a liquid blush. This is the Bratz X Beauty Creations in Unforgettable Night. And then I also went in with a cream highlight. This is my Girlypop highlight from Moonslice Beauty. Then I did set everything with my Covergirl Clean Invisible. I'm also not a big fan of this. I like my loose translucent setting powders. That just seems to work better for me. But I do want to get this one used up, so I'll probably use it on days like today where it's a Sunday. I'm mostly doing housework after this, so I'm not really going anywhere important. So I'm going to use this up on days like that. I did also, of course, use a powder blush. I used the same one that I put in my brow bone, as I said I would. This is the Game Beauty X Persona 5 Royale, and this one is in Noir, and I think it looks so cute. It really does match the brow bone really well, even though I did put the Bratz one underneath it. I really like it. For highlight, I did go in with this really, really blue one. This one is called Halo Walkers, and it's from Wet n Wild Beauty. I don't think they're beauty, just Wet n Wild. I don't know why I said that. For my lips, I went in with my ColourPop Lippy in Bumble, just their lip pencil. This one's almost empty, so I'm trying to get it used up to the point where it can go into my empties. And then I went into my Blend Bunny Matte Cream Lip in Sweetheart. To finish off the eyes, for my brows, I went in with my Essence Eyebrow Designer in Brown 02. I do feel like this is getting used up faster than the Alpha one, so that is something to bear in mind. I do feel like I have to sharpen it a lot, whereas the Twist Up one, I felt like I had so much product in it. So I might go back to the e.l.f. one just because I feel like I got a lot more product and the price point's not that different from what I can remember. I also went into my Zisa mascara. Everything other than Zisa is not in English, so it's navy though. It's like a dark, dark blue mascara. For my waterline, I did my Wet n Wild Baby's Got Black pencil liner topped with my Illuminati cream liner thingy in Air. And then I don't think I told you what this was, so this is Keep It Platonic, and I just used a little bit of my Glimmer Grasp and I popped that on the brow bone. I can't remember if I did that on camera or not, so I did add just a little bit of the glitter in my brow bone, which I've been doing with almost every single look lately. The gems are just off Amazon, and I just glue them on with a little bit of lash glue, and the lashes are also from Amazon. My lash glue is the Duo lash glue in the green one. It's translucent, and I just really like this one. That is everything I used to finish off this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now that I'm getting a lot more confident with playing with different types of makeup styles and color stories and things like that, I feel like my palette bingos are coming together a lot better than they maybe used to. I absolutely love how this look turned out. And when I got 4 shimmers and 2 mattes, I was nervous initially, for sure, but this came together so incredibly beautifully. To be fair, I knew that these would pair so beautifully together. There was no way they wouldn't, and picking 3 random colors from each of them just proved that. Yeah, it was so kind of effortless for a palette bingo, and I had a lot of fun. And with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please feel free to give me a thumbs up. It does help my channel out a lot. If you'd like to see more palette bingos, let me know down below. I would love to do more themed around like the brands that I have more than one palette of, where I pair all of the say, all of my Ladybug Glow palettes together, all of my Cosmic Beauty palettes together, that sort of thing, and pick a couple shades from each palette and create looks that way. Let me know what kind of vibe you guys would like to see more of with palette bingos, or if it's not interesting to you at all, you can let me know that as well. And if you do want to see more content from me in the future, you can feel free to hit that subscribe button. So with all that said, guys, I will catch you on my next one. Bye!